Welcome to Dantics, the only game show that has a host with a hawk. My name is Dan, and in this episode, I'm going to be testing your movie trivia knowledge. Don't worry, it'll be multiple choice for all you guessers out there. And hey, if you like trivia, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So grab your red vines and your popcorn, and let's test your trivia knowledge. Question number 1. What is the highest grossing movie of all time as of September 2020? Is it A, Titanic, B, Avatar, C, Avengers Endgame, or D, Frozen 2? The answer is C, Avengers Endgame. The movie made over $2.7 billion. When I was a kid, I wished for a world that had superhero movies. Now, I'm just Marvel movie fatigued. Question number 2. In Home Alone 2, Kevin McAllister finds himself lost in which city? Is it A, Chicago, B, New York, C, Los Angeles, or D, Paris? The answer is B, New York. The movie was originally going to be called Alone Again. Macaulay Culkin was paid $4.5 million to play Kevin. That is the biggest salary that a 12-year-old has ever been paid. Question number 3. In the movie Terminator 2, what was the name of the company that created Skynet? Is it A, Cyberdyne Systems, B, Omni Consumer Products, C, LexCorp, or D, Starbucks? The answer is A, Cyberdyne Systems. In Judgment Day, Sarah Connor in a reprogrammed T-800 tried to destroy the Cyberdyne building with the help of Miles Dyson in order to prevent Judgment Day. Question number 4. Which actor played the fictional character Dr. Emmett Brown in the Back to the Future trilogy? Is it A, Christopher Walken, B, Jack Nicholson, C, Christopher Lloyd, or D, Kurt Russell? The answer is C, Christopher Lloyd. The movie was first titled Spaceman from Pluto, and Doc Brown had a chimp sidekick called Shemp. Oh, I'm glad they didn't go with that route. Question number 5. What was the name of the 1999 American found footage horror film about 3 teenage student filmmakers that disappeared in the woods? Is it A, Paranormal Activity, B, VHS, C, Cloverfield, or D, The Blair Witch Project? The answer is D, The Blair Witch Project. Before the internet was popular, we got our information by word of mouth. No one told me otherwise, so I was convinced that this movie was real, and the ending drove me crazy. Question number 6. Which actor played the Hobbit, Samwise Gamgee, in Lord of the Rings? Is it A, Elijah Wood, B, Sean Astin, C, Dominic Monaghan, or D, Warwick Davis? The answer is B, Sean Astin. Sean Astin had a great career. Goonies, Stranger Things, and my favorite of his movies, Encino Man. Question number 7. Who plays the character of Mark Zuckerberg in the movie The Social Network? Is it A, Michael Cera, B, John Hader, C, Jesse Eisenberg, or D, Miles Teller? The answer is C, Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg, who had been diagnosed with OCD, said in an interview that the hardest thing about the role was having to deliberately speak and behave in a manner he had struggled against his entire life. Question number 8. Which name appears on Fogel's fake ID in the 2007 movie Superbad? Is it A, McMuffin, B, McStuffin, C, McPuffin, or D, McLovin? The answer is D, McLovin. Actor Christopher Mintz-Plasse was only 17 when he landed the iconic role and still gets called McLovin to this day. Question number 9. What movie is the line, "Are you a pawhead fucker" from? Is it A, Meet the Parents, B, Meet the In-Laws, C, Meet the Fockers, or D, Meet the Family? The answer is A, Meet the Parents. The MPAA wouldn't allow the name Fokker unless the filmmakers could find an actual person with that surname, which apparently they did. Question number 10. In the movie Anchorman, what is Ron Burgundy's signature sign-off? Is it A, stay positive and dream big? B, always be you, unless you could be a news anchor? C, stay classy San Diego? Or D, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars? The answer is C, stay classy San Diego. Will Ferrell's character Ron Burgundy was inspired by veteran Detroit broadcast journalist Morton Krim. Question number 11. Which Jim Carrey film's ad said, "Would you erase me"? Is it A, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, B, Liar Liar, C, The Truman Show, or D, The Mask? Smokin'! The answer is A, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Before Jim Carrey expressed interest in playing Joel, Nicolas Cage was considered for the role. Ah! Nice save, Jim Carrey. Question number 12. Which fairy tale is the 2004 movie Ella Enchanted an updated version of? Is it A, Snow White, B, Maleficent, C, Frozen, or D, Cinderella? The answer is D, Cinderella. Anne Hathaway was only 22 years old at the time this film was made, and she was talented enough to sing all her own songs. Question number 13. In the movie Forrest Gump, what was the name of Forrest's only childhood friend? Is it A, Jenny, B, Kenny, C, Bubba, or D, Lieutenant Dan? The answer is A, Jenny. Tom Hanks believed in the movie so much that he was not even paid for the job. Instead, he took percentage points, which ultimately netted him about $40 million. Question number 14. What was the name of the winning baseball team in A League of Their Own? Is it A, Racing Bells, B, Rockford Peaches, C, Kenosha Comets, or D, South Bend Blue Sox? The answer is A, Racing Bells. To cast this movie, Penny Marshall held baseball tryouts for over 2,000 actresses, even the big stars, because if you couldn't play baseball, you couldn't be in the movie. Question number 15. What is the name of the group of friends in The Hangover? Is it A, the Whack Pack, B, the Brat Pack, C, the Snack Pack, or D, the Wolf Pack? The answer is D, the Wolf Pack. The Hangover was a huge success at the box office, and it's on the top 10 list of highest grossing R-rated movies. Question number 16. Which 1994 black and white comedy takes place in a convenience store? Is it A, Slackers, B, Clerks, C, High Fidelity, or D, Reality Bites? The answer is B, Clerks. Made on a shoestring budget, this movie would give us such iconic characters as Jay in Silent Bob. Question number 17. Which movie franchise's tagline was, "Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water"? Is it A, Jaws, B, Sharknado, C, The Deep Blue, or D, Open Water? The answer is A, Jaws. Director Steven Spielberg said that when he first read the novel, he found himself rooting for the shark because the human characters were so unlikable. Question number 18. In the movie Speed, what is the minimum speed that the bus has to maintain to keep from exploding? Is it A, 55, B, 50, C, 60, or D, 65? The answer is B, 50. In the movie, it appears that Sandra Bullock was driving the bus, but in some scenes, a stunt driver would control the bus from the second row of seats. Question number 19. What was the original title for the film Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Is it A, who moved Roger Rabbit? B, Bloody Tunes? C, who censored Roger Rabbit? Or D, who is Roger Rabbit? The answer is C, who censored Roger Rabbit? With an estimated production budget of $70 million, this was the most expensive film produced in the 1980s and had the longest on-screen credits for a film, lasting over 10 minutes. Question number 20. What year was the movie Titanic released? Is it A, 1996, B, 1997, C, 1998, or D, 1999? The answer is B, 1997. From childhood, James Cameron had a fascination with shipwrecks. While he was researching submarine systems for the movie The Abyss, he met a National Geographic crew that discovered the wreckage of the Titanic. It was then that he had the idea for the film. That'll do it for this episode of Dantix. How'd you do? Let me know in the comments below how many you got right. And hey, if you like trivia, we do a live trivia show every week where you call in, battle other contestants to win your name in the Hall of Champions. It's a lot of fun, and you'll never know what we're gonna do next. So hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you never miss any future episodes. I'm Dan, and we'll see you next time right here on Dantix. You've made it to the end of the video! Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more trivia videos, just click the link above. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for the support.